Barry Naismith, who's already faced Celtic and played for the Scotland under-21 side. Jeremy Goss drops to the bench in the starting 11, which beat Motherwell midweek. And there's a welcome back for 22-year-old Neil McCann, who's been missing through injuries in his last match on 28 September. But he played an important role in a 3-1 win against, yes, Hibs, in the last Edinburgh derby at Easter Road. The Hibs team is reshaping under caretaker boss Yogi Scott. Rab Shannon makes his debut after his £100,000 transfer from Dundee United yesterday. And John Hughes plays his second match alongside Gordon Hunter, who returns after missing 8 of his club's last 10 matches through injury. The other Hibs debutant is that familiar player listed in the team lines as trialist. He's really 26-year-old Juha Riipa, who made his debut in midfield for Finland recently in a friendly match against Estonia. His club was Jazz Pori, and his performance in the recent Hibs reserve match has forced him into the side today. Familiar figure in the middle, referee John Rowbottom from Kirkcaldy. A terrific atmosphere for the start of this Edinburgh derby. The Hearts supporters in particular, an excellent voice, as befits a side which has lost only once in its last 9 outings. That was against Dundee United. The Hibs though, only 1 win in the last 5, although remarkably that was against Rangers at Easter Road. So the opening stages, as usual in a derby, very important indeed. The settling in process to be carried out. Riipa making a good early contribution. That's McCann involved straight away. Robbed by Darren Jackson. A good recovery by McCann. Here's Willie Miller. Looking for Harper. It's cut off well by Ritchie. Here's Riipa again. Welcome to Scottish football from Steve Fulton there. That tackle. Now Rab Shannon. Andy Dow on the outside, playing wide and left to a 4-man midfield. Here's Pat McGinley. Trying to test Sheila Rousset early in the match. McGinley restored to a midfield role. He's been playing at the back from time to time this season for Hibs. Let's see him here from a very long way out. Couldn't keep that down. Mackay. McCann to Pye. Support from Mackay, very good running. That's for Robertson. The tackle put in there by Gordon Hunter goes unpunished. Robertson's on the ground. Referee Rowbottom saw nothing wrong with that. It did appear to be a crunching tackle by Hunter. Well, if that's not a foul, I don't know what is. So both sides operating in a 4-4-2 formation, changing to a 4-3-3. And it's John Hughes who's going to be booked this time for the challenge on Pye. Well, you can tell John Hughes, skippering Hibs today, is not at all happy about that. Perhaps complaining it's his first foul. It certainly was, but it was a heavy one. But I wonder that if he's brought this upon himself with the game the way it's played. He's late, he's reckless. Bad tackle, Hughes. Fulton linking well with Cameron. Shooting chance. Well, got a lot of taking that left foot, Steve Fulton. Hasn't scored this season, but really it must only be a matter of time. He really is very powerful on the left-hand side. It's a good bit of play there between Fulton and Cameron. He did set himself for the shot. There's no offside here. Harper's pace takes him in behind the Hearts defence. Terrific recovery tackle that by Ritchie. Why he wants to make a point to linesman, I don't know. Well, Harper really had a chance here. Spinning off the back line there and delaying the ball too long, allowing Paul Ritchie to make this excellent tackle on the recovery. Jim Jeff is animated there on the Hearts technical area. McCann. Wrestled there by Riipa. Well, the man from Finland will be spoken to. I just wonder what he makes of all this. It's been 15 minutes of relentless, frantic now beginning to play his part in that kind of play. A bit of wrestling here, a clear foul on Mackay. The tackle came from McGinley, he went in high. He's upset the referee, and he's upset Colin Cameron. There's trouble here for McGinley. He went in high with his studs showing. McGinley protesting. Hughes complaining he went for the ball. It's a free kick to Hearts and a yellow card for Pat McGinley. Well, we'll see why here. There was Cameron. Now it's the jumping in with his studs. There's no argument about that being correct on the part of the referee. Harper beaten well there by Naismith. This is Coulton. Excellent handling by Leighton. Couldn't let that bounce away to Robertson. Held it well. Well, Fulton saw the space open up ahead. Came driving into that, lining up this left foot shot. Look at Robertson hovering. Mackay. Robertson taking up good position ahead. It's a great ball in. Met well inside the area by Shannon. That's for Robertson from Fulton. Careful block there by Andy Dow. Hearts turn to pile on the pressure. The ball played inside Pat McGinley. No covering player coming across there. Can's corner. Chance there for Cameron. Frustration in his face. Well, that ball coming through a crowded area could have been troublesome with a deflection. Leighton staying in his line there. Ricocheted back there from McPherson to Cameron. There's Mackay. Robertson. Mackay again. This is Cameron. Robertson. Weir. Helped on there by Leighton. It was troublesome, all right. Jim Leighton had to be at full stretch for this. Cameron working his way inside. It's good movement again from Robertson up front. Ball flighted in on the angle. Came off the crossbar. Jackson to Harper. Riipa battling hard beside Harper. This is McAllister against Naismith. Still, the young man, full-back, denies the opportunity of the cross to McAllister. Chase here for Robertson, matched by Shannon. Robertson against Leighton. Terrific recovery. Smile on the face of Jim Leighton. Well, the headed pass back put him in trouble here. Shannon lofting that towards Willie Miller. That was ambitious. Robertson did well initially, but look at that recovery from Leighton. Cameron with Rhea. Mackay, space on the far side for Naismith to come forward. Jackson recognises that, comes racing back. It's good play by Naismith. What a fine, composed effort by the youngster. Well, a very high hopes for a time castle, and you can see why. Hustled all the way there by Jackson, kept his head, checked inside to his right foot, and that was close. Harper on the left-hand side. Good exchange of feet there. McAllister now on the right, promising play from Hibs. Plenty of players forward here with an attack from McAllister to attack. That's Jackson. Fine play from Hibs. Darren Jackson's very close here. A very good bit of running by McAllister. He pulled this back intelligently. Jackson stayed back intelligently. That first time volley with the left, just past the top corner. With a cross by Miller. Turned away for the corner by Cameron. Could take no chances with Dow closing in behind him. So inside the closing 5 minutes of the first half, which has been fiercely contested. Rousset on the line. Up goes Hughes. Off the line by Naismith. Hughes found some space in there. It's ominous for Hearts. Dow again. Well, the first half he's had. That pass goes astray though. In goes Riipa strongly. McAllister on the left. Shannon. Good play from Hibs. Dow and McAllister together. Dow asked for the ball to be played there. Bruno will want that to go for the goal kick. Experienced defending by Pasquale Bruno. Chance here for Hibs, no doubt about this. Rousset stayed in the line. Hughes found space beyond David Weir. Naismith did well on the line. Last attempt of a fiercely competitive first half. Real derby action right from the first kick of the ball, with neither goalkeeper seriously tested in the match. There's been some very stout defending. Jim Leighton in one moment of real anxiety when John Robertson tried to loft the ball past him, but he survived very well indeed. And at half-time, I reckon the scoreline is just about right. At Hearts 0, Hibs 0. Once again, the Hearts fans whipped into something of a frenzy for the start of this second half, leading for a big send-off before the Coca-Cola Cup final a week tomorrow against Rangers. Certainly no lack of commitment on the part of both sides so far in the match, but the defending is of a very high quality so far, and very few openings have been created, so that Jim Leighton and Juha Riipa have had a really comfortable time so far. That may change now though in the second half. McCann back to Fulton. Riipa got a touch. Miller can't prevent the corner. Very tough baptism this for Juha Riipa. Finnish player. He must find the pace somewhat hectic here. Good clearing header there by Shannon. Naismith to Cameron. Every Hibs player back facing the ball, and Bruno goes for the long-range effort. It breaks off Shannon and gives Jackson a chance to go in and goal. He's quick enough to test Rousset. Chance for the Hibs. Well, he wants a corner kick, Jackson, but he's not going to get one. Well, what a great chance this was. Jackson being hounded here by Naismith and by Bruno, but quick enough to get away. Slanting that beyond Rousset, wide of the post. Well, Darren Jackson may look back on this with lots of regret, I think, because what a difference this could have made to the whole match. Did Rousset get a touch? The referee said no. Here's Jackson again against Bruno. Jackson's cross. Naismith at full stretch. A corner kick to Hibs. Confident play again by Darren Jackson. Really is growing in stature. Really, the second half of his career, he's now turned 30, but becoming a better player all the time. But he may regret that miss. Dow to Harper. Dow caught late there by Mackay. Rousset under severe pressure. Jackson in particular. Hughes also. And Pye wants a debate with Hughes now. Well, now there were hands raised there, I can tell you. Rousset raced out of his area, pointing at John Hughes. Now this really was much ado about nothing, I can tell you, because I saw it all happen. And Pye was the player who caused the problem by going towards Hughes, really trying to brush him aside. Then Pye went down like a sack of potatoes, and that's what's caused all the trouble. John Hughes standing there calmly with John Robertson. He's been booked already. He did lift a hand. That was to push Pye aside, but why Pye went near him I really don't know. And the linesman on the far side, John Fleming, has spotted what happened. He'll tell John Rowbottom, and there could be trouble, I suspect, for both players. Well, here's the description now. Of course, if John Hughes is guilty of anything at all, he's ordered off because he was booked in the first half. Stefan Pye certainly would have crossed him, I think, to complain about his challenge on Rousset. And there is trouble, and it's going to be John Hughes who's going to be ordered off. The red card is in his hand. The Hibs players are complaining bitterly. Well, John Hughes, who's ordered off, playing for Celtic against Hamburg. And Pye really cannot be pleased with his contribution. But John Hughes is going off. The red card it is for Hughes. He did lift the hand, there's no doubt about that. He lifted his hand, I thought, simply to push Pye away. Pye had approached him in a manner which should never have happened. So there is some sympathy for Hughes, but he's an experienced player, he should have known better. And Pye certainly takes no credit out of this. So Pat McGinley's gone to centre back alongside Gordon Hunter. Pye got a touch, there's Robertson. Now that would have been an insult to injury for Hibs, but Robertson drilled that home. He's so capable of that so frequently. Good ball in this from here, and Pye does extremely well to get the touch on for Robertson, and that's a very bad finish by Robertson standards. Jim Leighton's concerned, something's coming from behind, I think. Was he looking at perhaps things being thrown towards him? I don't know. There's a problem here on the touchline. John Rowbottom is now speaking to the police, and Leighton's moved away from the goal area. Now I think there have been missiles thrown towards him. That's the problem. So Leighton's getting himself well away from the scene of danger. Well, this is very sad indeed for the game. Police are there. It does appear as though some missiles came on. Naismith sidestepping McAllister very neatly indeed. He's done himself nothing but credit in the match so far, the youngster. Here's Robertson. Headed away by McGinley. In goes Hunter. Jackson neatly retaining possession, trying to pick out Harper. Well, he's aged, I think, this afternoon, Jockey Scott. Cameron to Robertson, reaches Mackay. Well, the pace of the game has never relented so far. That's for Robertson. Terrific challenge there by Willie Miller. Excellent full-back play, covering his central defence. Good ball it was too by David Weir. Robertson made a very intelligent run away from the central defenders, but reckoned without Willie Miller. Harper did well. Jackson. Oh, it's good running by Jackson. Has to do it for himself, I think. Good play by Jackson. No real power in the shot in the end, but how well he did here, taking this pass from Kevin Harper, which is lucky to reach him, actually. It went past a player. Might well have been held up there, but look at this weaving run by Darren Jackson. Saw he had to do it all by himself. Came inside Bruno. It's Mackay now to Pye. Oh, space on the far side for Cameron. This is a great chance for Hearts. Cameron against Leighton. Well, it's a bad miss in one sense from Colin Cameron, but it's terrific goalkeeping again. What a wonderful pass it was from Stefan Pye. Now just look at the way Leighton stands up here on the angle, poses the question for Cameron, who went for the chip shot. Well, it really was great play. Look at the ball there from Pye, and Leighton was exposed, but look at the way he stands up, and Cameron couldn't keep it down. It's beyond Miller for Cameron. Tackle came from Riipa. He's certainly been a bit of mix in the middle of the field, Riipa. Certainly not out-muscled in any area of the field. Perhaps expected a few more chances to bring the ball down and pass it, though. Naismith across to Mackay. That's Robertson. Pye. Leighton again at full stretch. A marvellous save by Leighton. Well, he had to hang in the air almost. His Pye did not hit this so powerfully. He went for accuracy, shipped it in there, and it's a brilliant save. Harper stepping away from Bruno. Ritchie comes across, looking there for Jackson. Now Harper. Good effort. Harper and Jackson making something out of really nothing there. This is fine attacking play by the two Hibs front men. Jackson finding space there, and Harper trying to beat Rousset on the near post. Here's Weir. I do suspect that there will be a shoring up defensively by Hibs in these closing frantic minutes. Mackay. Into space it goes for Robertson. The good ball in, met by Shannon. Intelligent play by Robertson. The run was terrific in the angle there. Played it beyond Jim Leighton, right onto the 6-yard line. Shannon was first to the ball. Cameron forward. Played back by Thomas. The first to the ball, almost Jackson. Great play by Ritchie. And it had to be at that. Well, Paul Ritchie reacted quickly enough there to deny Darren Jackson an unlikely chance. Here's Thomas. Robertson. Back to Mackay, who's seen a lot of the ball to direct traffic from midfield for Hearts in the second half. Here he goes again. No, the final whistle it is. Hibs have survived the whole second half, virtually, with only 10 men. And Jim Leighton's been a hero again. Stefan Pye in the heart of the controversy. Getting a handshake there from Jim Leighton. Wasn't too pleased with him. Checks on the damage for Juha Riipa. But it's been a tough, competitive match all the way through. John Rowbottom has kept the lid in the game, and that was no easy task. But in the end, Hibs were down to 10 men with John Hughes on the top in controversial circumstances. But Hibs held out with a display of real resilience and determination, and then the inspired goalkeeping when required from Jim Leighton. It ended Hearts 0, Hibs 0.